Hiya.
Hiya. We're here.
The swimming pool project.
We're here with John again at our project here in Stoke.
Is this another 2 weeks?
No, what? Yeah, it's another 2 weeks. Yeah.
Another 2 weeks from the last one, so it's a quick update.
Yeah.
So, not that you can see from down here, but the roof's pretty much finished. It's had a complete new roof on it.
Yeah.
It's a slated roof. That window's about to go in. We just got to cut the inside out of that skin.
Yeah.
And then we're ready for rendering and start painting the outside before all the terrible weather
Excellent.
comes. Before Santa comes.
Yeah. You're looking very well today as well, John. Very smart.
It's all for you, this is mate.
Ooh, introducing me.
Right, well, not that much is...
So the living room, right?
This is going to be the living room. Last time this was actually...
There's a big hole there.
This was a wall. We've taken the wall out. We've just propped this up. We've got steel to go in there, it's just to support the joists.
Yeah.
But what we have done is we've gained... This is... There we go, look at this. Fucking little light, a picture of that light.
It's bright.
So we've gained this extra space, probably about, what, 3 to 4 square metres?
Yeah.
And then what we have done is it's given us access to downstairs, but we'll get downstairs a minute because somebody else is on the stairs.
Right, okay.
And I'm not skinny enough to get past them. So, for the last video, this was the swimming pool.
Yeah, it's ended here.
So we've got a floor in here now. We've got a wall. Lo and behold, we've got a fucking room.
Gosh.
For this.
I'm surprised it was it was a big hole here.
Yeah. That's it. So, here's the ensuite. Nice, decent size. We've bricked this up rather than just studding it up. 1 for stability, 2 for a bit of sound, and 3 for fire eggs.
Yeah.
So more of a separation, so that's obviously a hot zone.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is going to be a massive room, isn't it?
Yeah. Easy to fit a king size bed in here.
Easy. Easy. So yeah, wow, this one's gone. This is the electric, so the spark is coming in now. Now the floor's in, because obviously we need to work off there. This is the temporary supply we've got. But that'll be coming away soon, and here's more of that ridiculous,
that crap
ridiculous attempt at trying to damp proof the outside.
Yeah.
That's still sinking wet now.
Oh God.
Never mind. So we go downstairs now into the...
Is it a dungeon now? It's not a swimming pool, it's a dungeon.
We'll go into the sex dungeon and we'll look for the gimps. There's one gimp.
Hiya, Rich. Finding gimps down here. Oh.
Don't fall, won't be able to stop laughing.
Yeah.
There we go, look, now if you remember Rich, there's a formula. Last time we saw him, he had something big in his hands, and now he's got something even bigger in his hands. Look at that.
I'm kind of compensating. I wonder where it'd be like that.
He's getting used to it, isn't he? Alright.
So, what we're going to do down here is this is going to be the room for the plant.
Yeah.
So it's going to have the unvented cylinders down here. It's going to have the boilers down here. We've got some big steels.
They're huge.
This was a swimming pool that I was swimming around on last time. This is all going to be insulated for obviously above the bedroom. This is going to be boxed off and fireboarded. We're going to paint it all up, and then we're going to turn this into a bit of a laundry room.
Right.
After the sex dungeon with these two. always worry when there's 2 men working downstairs in a lonely place.
In the dark.
On his side.
In the dark,
Holding big, long, hard things.
He's the one who's going to worry.
Look, he's even got a torch on so he can see it.
When's he going in?
Gotta see what I'm doing, John.
Oh, that's great.
So yeah, bit of 110 pipe there. Some more steels, obviously these haven't gone in just yet, but we've been busy doing other things.
Well, the chimney bread. Well, they used to be
was
chimney
the
there. Yeah. No, it's no longer there.
Yeah,
It was a big chimney, wasn't it?
it's nice and flat. Cool. Let's go upstairs. So this is the front. So have a room, we
Yeah.
have an ensuite,
Yeah.
some metal frame stud work there. That's obviously done one side. The spark is coming in now, so we can run all these cables down there.
Yeah.
So it's out the way.
Yeah.
I would try and crawl through there, but me and my slender figure ain't going to go through there.
Too many of those pork pies.
Pork pie. So that's what's left of this chimney.
Yeah.
So if you remember last time, we had to remove this because the rooms were that small, so we had to take it out to gain the space for
Yeah.
the 6.5 square metres. Well, like I say, it's a square box now, but it's still not massive.
No, it's the small, well, one of the smaller rooms in this house.
Let's go this way because I don't fancy doing a limbo. I'll get myself tied up and all this crap. So this is the back of the house.
Yeah.
Another room. We still haven't put that window in yet.
Yeah.
Remember I showed you last time we cut that out.
Yeah.
But like I say, the studs are up. I think the majority that's happened on this in the last 2 weeks is the roof.
Roof and the basement.
Yeah. Floors in.
Dungeon.
So
what's happening here then?
what we're studying off.
Why are you starting off?
So this is a gable end.
Yeah.
And what happens in a lot of properties, if you can hear me over the grinder upstairs, what happens in a lot of properties is when it being a gable end, it's a 9-inch construction, so it's two sets of brickwork together, but there's no cavity, so there's no gap. So what happens in winter, if all of you see the mould that's generally growing on the walls and the top corners or the bottom corners of bedrooms and whatever else where it's not ventilated, it's because this would have originally been like an open coal fire, which is where the chimneys come from, so it would have heated the place through like a direct heat like that. So that's how these houses were then dried out, whereas now because we've got central heating, what we generally do is we close all the vents, it's not ventilated and it creates it sweating, so it's like your car.
Yeah.
So after my last little rant last time between the HMO officer and the building inspector and the heritage officer and whatever else, we finally come to a conclusion that they're going to allow us to put 25mm insulated plasterboards all the way around.
Yeah.
So
instead of 50mm, which would have taken off a lot more space from the room.
yeah, the rooms wouldn't be big enough. So
Yeah.
common sense prevailed in the
Oh,
end.
excellent.
Just needed a little bit of assertiveness
Persuading.
and someone to see some logic. So this is a dry lining system that we do. So obviously you screw it to the wall, it creates then a barrier between there, which is your vapour barrier. We can then board straight on top. So it's a nice flat thing, and the idea is that you can move this way or this way to make the walls plumb.
Right, yeah.
So when you come, it's always worth doing it, because if you come to doing your bend that back. If you come to doing your walls,
Yeah.
and you're going to put something against it that's square, like a shower for instance, it's a lot easier to make the walls square and get a 90 degrees so it just fits in. So
Yeah.
it's easier to do the prep first and getting it right than it is to try and bodge it up later
Yeah,
on.
yeah. Good idea.
So the other thing as well is if it's bonded, which this is the bonding, so this is where you would have had a bonding coat applied directly to the brickwork,
Yeah.
all the way across the house, and then it's plaster skimmed on top.
Mm.
But obviously then that's why it sweats, because it's still direct contact with this. So when you're chiselling it out for the pipe work, or especially for the electricians, is if you grind that out and then knock it off, the chances are half the bonding comes off as well.
Yeah.
So then you end up doing lots of bonding skim, and you end up doing lots of patchwork to save like a quarter.
Yeah.
So if you're going to do it, it's easy to just take it off because it's a
Take
better
it
job.
off. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
obviously once the boards are screwed on there, it'll be a nice flat skim.
Yeah.
So it'll be a better job.
And you won't have the problem.
That's
with
the best
condensation.
way. That's the best way of getting rid of
Yeah.
all the mould and condensation, because you're creating an extra skim that's insulated on the inside of the building.
Yeah.
And with all the EPC stuff that's coming in, it's obviously going to improve the EPC of the building, especially with a new roof.
Yeah.
So the landlord of this one shouldn't have any issues of tenants moaning that there's obviously mould
Yeah.
and whatever else.
Well, it costs a bit more, but in the long run, I guess it pays back without having these issues
Yeah, it
happening
does
again.
cost more, but you're now governed as well, because when the building inspector gets involved, you have to bring the EPC up to a certain thing.
Yeah.
And if memory serves me correctly, I think if you take more than a third of the plaster off any wall, you're then sort of obliged to uprate the EPC anyway.
Yeah.
So it's only better, obviously, because it's a numbers game, it costs more on the refurb. And people just look at it to say, yeah, well, all I'm going to save is a little bit of mould. But then when you've got tenants in there moaning about the mould and then the tenants leave because of the mould issue, what's that cost you? So
Yeah.
it's better to do it right in the first place.
Yeah, exactly.
Not everybody chooses to do so. But
Yeah. It's up to
what
them.
do I know? I'm just a stupid builder. So yeah, we've started doing that. This one's boarded off. This is a room now.
Yeah.
Waiting for the spark. So there we go. Last floor. So yeah, we started doing the dry lining system up here.
Yeah.
That's probably a better idea because you can literally level it off
Oh yeah.
to what you want, and then obviously just pull that in there and screw it.
So the wall will always be straight.
So you can get that, yeah, even if the wall's out, you can make it plumb with
Straight,
that.
yeah.
So,
Well, that's where the wall disappeared. Where's it gone? We've lost the wall here.
oh yeah. So this is
Amazing.
This is pretty much the same as it was last time.
Yeah.
I've had a structural engineer out. I'm trying to remember the name of the repair. It's like a truss repair kit. I think it's a Benson
Yeah.
repair kit. So it's basically a metal plate. It's about 1 metre long and 150 deep. And what it'll do is it'll screw there. There's like an L shape,
Yeah.
and it'll go on both sides, and you'll screw it and pin it, or put
Yeah.
some tack screws through it, and that'll sort of support it because it's only the end that's rotten.
Yeah.
It's not all of it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll try and get some photographs for the next time we do it, or when we actually come to fit it, because it only got delivered the other day.
Yeah.
I'll try and do another video, or whatever. I'll show you what it's like. That's going to be a massive saving for the landlord. Change all that.
A lot more work.
Huge job.
A lot more work.
So there we go. Dry lining system in there. We've got another ensuite. Some of the wires started to go in. So this is for like the first fixed trades coming now. So it's going to be the plumber, it's going to be the electrician. So although a lot goes on, it's not much that you can see apart from wires and pipes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
although it might seem that progress is slowed right down, it actually hasn't. It's just them trades aren't the trades that you see a lot of. Obviously, the stud wall comes on.
Yeah. You can see the walls coming up,
You
can't
see
you?
the wall
after
come
that?
up makes a drastic change, whereas
Yeah.
this part now, we sometimes get a lot of landlords that come round and start saying, oh, it doesn't seem like much has been done and blah, 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 but in actual fact, a lot's been done. It's just that
Yeah.
you can't see it because
Yeah.
it's either behind the walls or inside the walls or under the floors.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Well, I can see this project's coming along well, and I think it's been quite fast from when it started.
yeah, it has.
Yes,
We've had a few hiccups, obviously, with that. I mean, the thing that put us a big thing here
Yeah.
was me arguing with everyone with regards to the insulated plastic.
So what did you do then? Did you get all three of them in this place and
Yeah.
have a hash it out together?
Yeah. I came round. I literally brought them into. I think it was this room. I brought them into
Yeah,
this
you
room.
brought them in.
Measured the
Makes
room
sense.
out
Yeah.
with a laser measure,
Yeah.
and then I measured it exactly what it was, and I had them all three in there. And I said, right, argue amongst yourselves, but you're not leaving until you give me a fucking sensible option, because the HMO officer guys turn around and say, well, it's got to be 6.52 square metres. I've
Yeah.
got the other eight, not the health and safety guy, the building control saying
Heritage
it's
as
got to
well.
be a certain U value, like 0.4
Yeah.
something or other. And it's like, yeah, but not every scenario is black and white.
Yeah.
So I've got three sort of people trying to tell me I've got to do it three separate ways, but no one can actually see the other person's angle. So by bringing them all here, it solved the problem. And actually got upsold as well, because I actually got some work on one of the building controls houses. So mended.
There you go then.
Everything's an opportunity.
Positive.
So there we go. So,
Excellent. So the roof should be done by
Yeah, well, that's
today.
the new felt. So
Well-
remember last time when I said that it
Oh,
was
yeah.
Slater's felt?
Yeah, this is the new one.
That's the new stuff. That's breathable.
So that's the stuff that won't perish. Will it perish? I don't know.
It's saying it's not going to perish. Ask me in 20, 30 years'
Actually, in
time.
20 years, I remember this.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, but right now it shouldn't do. And that's a guarantee that comes with it. But
Yeah.
you know, it's only as good as a guarantee the manufacturer gives. I didn't make it, so it's not on me. So yeah, we're almost watertight now, ready for the bad weather. So everything else is now as internal. So we're more than on track. In fact, we're probably a little bit in front.
All good. All good. When do you reckon this project will be done for?
February,
March.
maybe a bit less. It depends on a few other aspects, because it is 3 stories. It depends.
It's quite a big project as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I think a lot depends on where the plumber's going to tap into the drains on the outside. What the fall is. We've still got to, we might have to do some digging. If we haven't got to excavate,
Yeah.
it'll be a lot quicker.
Yeah.
but the plumber's just come in this week sort of thing, so it's still early days. There's still plenty of time for things to go wrong.
Yeah.
Or hiccups, if you like. I mean, this is something else we're doing as well. Is we've made these at this height, but we're going to put a board on top of there so that you can put suitcases or extra storage space.
Oh right, okay, yeah. Yeah,
On
that's
top.
smart.
I've just seen it. Because I've just seen the little stud wall and the ceiling, and I was like, oh yeah, I know why we're doing that now.
Otherwise,
Creates a
it's just dead space then, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not like that.
I mean, I'm thinking we go off there and do a raking cut, because I think it'd be nice. We'll do the ceilings on a rake. I'll have to tell the landlord some more stuff. We'll have to change the lights if we do that.
Yeah. Well,
It'll look better.
we need to confirm the branding of him as well on this one. He's going to be
I think he should go urban, but I think he wants to go looks.
the Lux brand.
So yeah, there we go.
Excellent.
I can take you out on the roof, but one, it's freezing cold.
I'm not going on the roof.
Yeah. And two, I'm not going to go up there because I haven't got all the PPE.
Yeah.
So there we go. We'll come back in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's going to be that much more because, like I say, it's the plumber and the electrician's trade now, which generally takes time, but you can't really see much. But we'll still come and do it.
Yeah. Great stuff then. Well,
There we go.
I'll see you guys in another maybe 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, 2
Another
weeks.
update.
Yeah, we'll get some
Yeah.
boards on the wall for you. Make you look a bit more pretty, just like me.
Great stuff. Right, take care, guys. See ya. Bye bye. Say bye, John.
Bye.